1 year, 365 days, one full trip of Earth around the sun. For you, it's your entire life. For us, it also seems like a lifetime, but somehow passed by in the blink of an eye. Come with me. Let me tell you the story of a young family's journey. It all began here, in the city by the bay, where your mom and dad met. We both worked in the tech industry, and San Francisco was the center of it all. But we both felt like something was wrong. People made it seem like all that was important was climbing that career ladder. It all felt off. So, on a whim really, we enrolled ourselves in a program to become meditation teachers. And by the beginning of 2018, we were both convinced that we wanted to somehow teach meditation full time. Then you were conceived. When we found out your mama was pregnant, we decided to leave SF and move east to a town called Antioch. There, we fixed ourselves up a nice little home and nested, preparing for your arrival.
You popped me! He's gonna fly out of me. I'm gonna have a first contraction.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that's gonna be like. How do you feel? I'm leaking continually.
I feel like, wow, that happened fast.
Oh my gosh, I'm leaking. I need a pad. Oh, okay. It's happening. Planning to go as natural as possible.
Okay.
No epidural. Letting the water break the rest of the way naturally if that's possible.
Okay. What about
But we'll talk about anything.
if you want to go as long as you can without maybe trying to make you have contractions?
Induction, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So walking or using the ball or anything like that.
Okay. Alright, good. That helps.
What are you doing, Janessa?
Moving Soul J down the canal. We're walking you out, SJ.
Walking meditation and filming meditation.
So we just started Pitocin because I am not having contractions that double me over in pain. Makes sense. The last 20 minutes or so I only had one that was even slightly painful, so it's a good thing.
I didn't get why they called labor until I sat there on that floor at Kaiser with your mama, listening to her, breathing with her, chanting with her. It's work. Her uterus was squeezing you into a position to come out, and it was her job to take it, to bear that pain. She did it so calmly, with so much strength. At 11 p.m., your mom got her first dilation check, 5 centimeters. An hour later at midnight, 9. By 1 a.m. in the morning, it was pushing time, and by 2:45, you were almost here.
Push my fingers out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And rest.
So close.
birthing her hair.
Hmm?
So she's birthing her hair. This is the biggest
Oh
hair
my
right here.
goodness, look how long her hair is.
You've got this.
See her little hair first.
If you do a crunch, you can see your baby. Good. Give me another push.
Again.
Her head's coming.
Push again. Push again.
Oh, there's her face.
Okay, don't push. Hold on, don't push. Okay. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Push again. Push again.
Hard,
going.
hard, 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 hard.
Keep going. Push again.
Hard, Mama.
There you go.
Open your eyes, open your eyes. Look, 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 look. Hard, Brayden. There you go.
Okay, hold on. Pete, hold on. Dad, let go.
Let me see her, okay? Thank you, Daddy.
The little son.
Happy birthday. Okay, girl. Trying, Mama. Give her a second.
You did it, baby. You did it. Here, let me up.
Pooped on you.
Good job, Mama.
My battery just got low too. I'm gonna have to switch phones.
Hold on to her, okay, Mama? I'm just going to grab another towel.
Sure.
Congratulations, you did.
She's gonna do great. There we go. Oh. Okay.
We couldn't wait to get you home.
Over
We were so tired too,
and
but
under.
riding on that wave of adrenaline. After you met some of the fam,
I don't even want
we got some breastfeeding tips and help from this nursing staff at the hospital. We went home. We thought we had it down too, this breastfeeding thing. I mean, all the nurses at the hospital told us everything looked great. We were first-time parents though, so even though we had asked tons of questions, I guess we didn't know what we didn't know. 2 days after you were born, we had a checkup. Turns out you had something called blood incompatibility jaundice, which made you really sleepy and your skin was yellowish. You were also down 11% from your birth weight, which is a lot. So right there, they admitted us to the NICU, where they put you under the blue lights, and us into breastfeeding boot camp. For the next 6 weeks, we'd pretty much shut ourselves into the house, bunker down, and feed you. I even started ordering normal grocery store things from Amazon, like oatmeal and toilet paper. Usually, babies lose a small amount of weight after they're born, then hit their birth weight about a week in. It took you a whole month, and we had to work at it. We were so stubborn about breastfeeding you. Keeners in Canadian. Breastfeeding Keeners. So that meant we were going to the lactation consultants at Kaiser pretty much every other day. It got to the point where we were just going there just to use the scale to weigh you. I mean, we were obsessing over fractions of an ounce here. The LCs put us on a plan. Every 2 hours during the day, 3 hours during the night, we'd wake you up to feed. And then your mama would pump after every single feeding. In addition, we were using this thing called the SNS, the Supplemental Nursing System, which is basically a syringe with a tube attached that we put on your mom's nipple and into your mouth, so it would seem like you were getting milk from her nipple when it was actually the syringe. Feed every 2 hours during the day. Since you had jaundice for the first 2 weeks, you'd pretty much sleep for the majority of the feed. Feeding you would sometimes take more than 2 hours, and we let you get the milk out of the syringe at your own pace, So at the end of the SNS, your mama would have to pump, and then we start another 2-hour cycle without a rest. Pumping, by the way, takes 15 minutes. We eventually got it down to a science. Wake you up, I'd go warm up the milk and prepare the syringe, and mama would take you to her nursing place. Then, we'd let you nurse for 10 minutes on each side while using our hands to literally push milk down towards the nipple and into your mouth. Then pop in the SNS and slowly pump that milk into your mouth. All while trying to keep you awake, latching and relatching, fixing the latch. If it went well, the whole thing took an hour and a half, which gave us 15 minutes for your mama to pump and for me to clean up the bottles and syringes, and then get 15 minutes of sleep. We just look at each other and smile. Good night, baby. See you in a few minutes. Your mom and I had fun with it, though. We developed an alter ego for me, Latchman. Latchman has one really long finger, and he sneaks up on unsuspecting mothers breastfeeding their babies, rising up with a creepy smile on his face, asking, "Hey there, need some help with that latch?" Your mama messed up her back feeding you. She had this one spot in the corner of the couch that she sat in to nurse you, and she sat there for a little over 2 straight weeks, and then got really bad back pain. She had to start doing some exercises and stretching and changing positions throughout the day to feel better again. Like I said, we had fun with it. We even made up a character for you called the Lady of the House. I declare, from this day forth, that today shall be known as the Day of Milk. Servant. Yes, I said you. At once, bring me to the nipple. So for a month, we'd been doing this feed every 2-hour SNS thing. We'd go to the Kaiser LCs, and it was like a magical spell they cast when we went there. We'd get a little piece of advice, and SJ, you'd be good feeding for maybe half a day, and then we'd start having trouble again. Falling asleep, or a slurp, or a loose latch. You were steadily gaining weight because of the SNS, but I knew we couldn't do this forever. Not because we didn't want to, but because eventually your mom had to go back to work. So we enlisted the help of an international board-certified lactation consultant named Paula Santi. She worked with us to make a plan to get you off of the SNS and for mama to stop pumping. She also gave us a lot of info about something called tongue tie. Tongue tie was something we'd heard about before. In fact, the doctor that checked you the day after you were born said you had a mild tongue tie, but that we shouldn't worry about it. However, from the stuff that Paula gave us to read, we found out that tongue tie could be causing every single symptom you had. We also found out tongue tie was underdiagnosed and downplayed by the medical culture of the time. So, tongue tie refers to this piece of skin underneath the tongue. Yours was tight, and it prevented your tongue from coming out of your mouth far enough to get a strong latch, which basically meant that you weren't able to breastfeed as good as you should have been able to do. The fix is simple. Cut the piece of skin with either a laser or a pair of scissors. After that little piece of skin was cut for you, the difference was night and day. By 7 weeks, we had stopped using the SNS, and by 8 weeks, your mama had stopped pumping completely, and we were free. baby, sleep, and eat if we could. Our whole life condensed into a few actions with a single goal: keep you alive. So focused, so simple. When it was over, it was weird. Instead of putting all our energy and presence into you, we now had to choose. A choice like that is hard. We didn't want to miss even a second of your life.
Look at my pose. I'm gonna pence of thoughts. I'm gonna look away. I'm gonna look like I'm deep in thought, Daddy. Yeah, I'm thinking milk. Milk. Oh, milk.
I remember this one time you were still up after Mama fed you. You were about 6 months old. We played in the bed, but you were still up, so I brought you onto the floor. First you were playing around with some cords around the desk, and I took those from you. Then you darted to the closet towards this dark mass on the ground, which turned out to be your mom's underwear.
Oh, you want to hug her?
So you proceeded to take the underwear, wave it around, and munch on it. You seemed happy, giggling and stuff, so I closed my eyes for a little meditation. After 10 minutes, I realized I'd stopped hearing your little cute munching noises. So I opened my eyes, and there you were inside the closet, sleeping. Still holding Mama's underwear.
Oh, my sakes. Oh, my sakes. Wasn't it sweet?
So many stories.
Just hide me.
Your mom and I, we probably got 100 stories like this. And you're only a year old.
Just some toes was wiggling.
We are so blessed, having the pleasure of watching you grow up.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Look at you.
That's the with your toes. Yeah, this toe.
Since we've been here.
You just wanted to eat it. Do it. Doing it right now.
She's my boo boo boo.
It was June, 6 months after you were born. Mama went back to work. She pushed hard with her managers to be able to full-time work from home so that she could keep feeding you your milk in person instead of having to pump. We had worked so hard those first 2 months. You had worked so hard those first 2 months, and we weren't willing to give it up. It was slow at first, and we got to spend a lot of time with you. Good thing too, because a few weeks later, we went out one night for some ice cream, and then came back and there was an eviction notice hanging on the front door. Turns out the shady owners wanted to sell the property, and there was nothing we could do about it. Thankfully, we were able to find a cute new house about half an hour west in a town called Walnut Creek. And that's where you learn to stand up and walk.
Then I want to make a little blessing cord and tie 3 knots in it. The first is the knot, Buddhang Sarana Gacchami. May you see every being as a Buddha yourself and everyone you meet for your whole life. May you see the Buddha in everyone you meet. A knot for the Dharma, that may you live a life that's dedicated to truth. Yeah, you see that. I know you'd like that when you put it in your mouth. Right? To truth and awakening. And a knot for Sangha, that you're embedded in a community of love and that you know it, that this is really what, holds us all together. And then I'll give you one of these, okay? And as I do, I'll make a little chant. Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekkha. Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekkha. Love and joy and compassion and peace. There you go, you have your own little bracelet. And then we have to do a sacred mantra to finish this. Don't we? So Jay, what do you think? You ready for a song? Okay. Special mantra, you all know it. You heard it when you were a baby. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Gently, merrily, 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 life is merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And now you are fully blessed and a new member of the community, and I expect next time to see you toddling around and picking things up and putting them in your mouth.
Your mom worked for a really big software company. They had this one big conference every year in San Francisco. Almost 200,000 people for a week. She had an important job for that conference. They did these software demonstrations on stage for the main keynote, and she was the lead across all of them.
I have transported all of you magically into the Louis Vuitton store.
So even though she got to work from home, sometimes she needed to go into the office to be closer to the team.
We're about to walk into that.
And me and you, we'd tag along, ride the train into the city beside her, so you could be close by and get your milk.
Hi.
This is the first time your mommy is separated from you for more than 3 hours. And I miss you, Daddy. I miss you, Daddy. I love you. I love you. Have fun with Daddy. Woo! 50. You like my shoes? Bye, baby. Bye, bye, baby. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Towards the end, things started getting really busy for your mom. 100-hour work weeks, tons of travel. Atlanta, Dallas, New York, LA, Vegas. You went too. 3 crazy months. Truthfully, it was kind of a blur.
The career from this, that place come first, Black president.
And it was tough on Mama and I. There were definitely times when we weren't at our best. But you know, deep down, we always knew that the most important thing was you. The most important thing was remembering we're a team. We're on the same side. With the same purpose, to be with you and keep giving you your milk and keep you healthy. To watch you smile and dance. Your mom and I, we used to play with our friends' kids and secretly think, I wish I could take you home. Well, now we can take you home and hug you and kiss you, squeeze you, play with your little toes, and be proud of you.
I think she was saying she wants to know in advance.
They say the days are long, but the years are short. I swear I've been there. I swear I've been present for all of it. But still I look over, afraid to blink. I wish I could save a little baby version of you so that I could always go back and hold your little body. Each and every one of us was once part of their mother, growing inside a womb, attached by a tube, 2 organisms as one. When we come out, we attach to our mother's nipples because it's the closest approximation to still being inside. The relationship that you and Mama have, that we all work so hard to develop, it's something special. For 9 months, you were Mama. Mama was you. And then you popped out, and even though you aren't attached physically anymore, you're still connected. Your mama breastfed you every day of your life so far. Getting milk has been the single most numerous thing you've done in your entire life. It's what you do. 6 to 10 times every single day. You and your mom have done that beautiful dance more than 3,000 times. Sometimes mothers get the blues when their babies stop breastfeeding. It's weird to say, but I think I'm gonna have the weaning blues when you inevitably don't want milk anymore. There's just something about it. Something so precious. So natural. One year, 365 days, one full trip of Earth around the sun.
Ow, bear.
Where we're going hasn't been written yet. Who knows what's in store for you, for us, this coming year. But me, I hope it's another year of milk.
How 'tis. If only 'twas what 'twas.
Watercolor stuff.
Which 'twas
Okay,
what 'twas.
You guys match. It looks like an extension of her legs.
Weird.
She's so cute, dude. But 'tis what 'twas, and 'tis what 'tis.
I've never seen her so engaged in a book.
Actually more than
'Tis
that
what
in Caligula.
'tis,
There's a lot of ideas.
and 'tis what 'twas.
I can do a Chinese painting.
And this is you. This is Love Thee, Soul J. And it's repetitive all over. It's the Soul J plaid, which I will make one day also. I want to print this.
Thank you, Auntie.
And this is your front page, but it messed it up a little, but it's okay.
She's like, this book looks delicious.
Do you like it? It's yours.